Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how to find your perfect foundation match. Now, finding your perfect foundation match is not only about the color, but it's about the formulation of the product as well. You have to be a smart consumer in understanding what your skin type is and what the needs of your skin are. So when you're researching what kind of foundation to buy, look for products that are formulated specifically for your skin type. For example, a lot of Clinique products on the top of the lid say what skin type. Clinique makes it really easy for you to find your skin type and to pick foundations based on that skin type. They've divided people into skin type 1, 2, 3, and 4, and on every product packaging it says, like this one here is the Super Balanced, and it says suitable for skin types 2 and 3. So this is for anyone from normal to dry to normal to oily. Now if you have very dry skin or very oily skin, they don't recommend that you use this. Now, not all products are as well marked as Clinique products, so you have to kind of do a little bit of digging or research yourself. How can you do that kind of research? By reading beauty blogs, by researching on Twitter, by watching other YouTube gurus review products, and maybe finding YouTube gurus that have a similar skin type to you so you can continually go back and see what kind of foundations have worked for them. So maybe if one of your favorite YouTube gurus has oily skin and you have dry skin and you try all the products that she likes, don't be surprised if the foundations that work for her may not work for you. Another thing to consider is the color spectrum. Not every foundation starts at the same level of lightness and goes to the same level of darkness. So whereas in one line you might be in the middle of the color spectrum, in another line you might be very close to the bottom of the color spectrum. How do you figure this out? You can analyze the number of shades in a line. So the more shades there are, the more varied it probably is. If it only comes in 5 shades, then you have to assume that there's going to be a lot more difference between the different levels, where if there's many, then you might just be, one might have a different color undertone than another. Again, you can read reviews of these products or watch videos on YouTube. For example, when I was picking out foundation for the Revlon Color Stay, I was able to watch one of Marlena's. She is Makeup Geek, and she told me that the Color Stay starts very much lighter than a MAC Studio Fix. So I knew I would probably be a little bit more in the medium range for Color Stay than I am in a MAC foundation. So kind of looking at the bottles, looking at the colors, and kind of seeing, okay, how many shades are there here? Certain foundations will start as white as a baby's bottom, and others will start fairly, maybe more on the medium side. So you have to be careful going in. Just because you're maybe a medium shade in one line doesn't mean that you might not be more of a light shade in another line. For example, I'm the lightest shade in Bare Minerals, but I'm an NW20 in MAC, which is the third from the lightest shade. So it just kind of depends on the foundation line itself. So don't get too stuck or rigid within a certain color family. Don't be discouraged if all of a sudden in one foundation you're lighter in maybe a very fair category, whereas in another foundation line you're in a moderately fair or a medium category. Another important thing is to understand your undertone. Mainly undertones are broken up into warm, pink, and neutral. Warm undertones are the more golden or yellow undertones. Pink are the more cooler tones, undertones, the pink category, and neutral is someone that has an evenly balanced undertone. It's neither golden or pink. And how can you determine which of these undertones you are? Some suggest looking at your veins. If your veins of your skin, if you're looking at your arm or looking at maybe under your eyes or your eyelids, if your veins are appearing blue or purple, you're most likely cool. If your veins are appearing green or yellow, you're most likely a golden tone. If your veins are neither really, blue or yellow, you can't really tell, then you're probably neutral. Another way I like to determine my skin tone is by washing all the makeup off my face, letting the redness kind of subside, and then looking in the mirror and kind of figuring out, okay, do I have redness or do I have yellow peachiness? And for me, I don't really have either redness or yellowness, so I am a neutral tone. Another thing is considering your heritage. What kind of, ethnicity are you? Many Asian women have a golden undertone. That's just something. A lot of Caucasian women have a pink undertone. But a lot of it is just kind of trial and error. For a long time, I thought I had a golden undertone, and then I realized it just really did not look good on me. So when people come up to you and say, hey, that doesn't really look like, your skin tone, maybe you should take a hint. Also, analyze what foundations you already have. If you have a foundation that already works really well for you, I would recommend putting a swatch of that on your hand and letting it dry before you go to the drugstore or to a cosmetics counter, and then you can match it up against something that you already have that already works really well for you. I would not suggest looking at the bottles directly because sometimes the glasses or packaging can kind of take on a different hue. For example, this is my MAC Studio Fix and this is my Super Fit. They don't really look the same color, but this has a plastic packaging and this has a glass packaging. Some packagings are tinted, so you can't really even tell what the color of the product is inside. Similarly, this one out on the outside is kind of slightly tinted to a darker color than what the product is on the inside. So you have to kind of be careful. Going to the drugstore and being like, oh, do these match? That's not really an effective way of color matching. Additionally, try to shop at stores that have a good exchange policy, or try to shop at places that have someone there that can help you kind of match your skin. However, we've all been mismatched before. We've all gone into a MAC counter, gone into a Clinique counter, gone into wherever, and we've been mismatched. At MAC, for example, I've been matched as an NW, as an N, and an NC. Kind of weird. But like I said, just because you're one color in one foundation doesn't mean you may not be another color in a different foundation. Similarly, not all foundations come in the same color spectrums. For example, MAC Studio Fix only comes in NW and NC, but MAC Studio Fix Powder comes in N. So while I'm a neutral shade, I have to be in the NW category, which is more pink. So it's kind of hard. I know that I'm just kind of rambling, but I just thought these were some basic things that, you can do. So like I said, visit websites, visit blogs, read reviews, watch videos, and kind of try and educate yourself on a product before you buy it. While it is good to have help from different sales associates, you have to be a smart consumer and know what your skin is and what you need. I hope this video was helpful. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions, and check me out on Twitter at MsBeautyBitch. Thanks for watching!